Good morning, friends. I'm excited for another music class with you, and today we have a special treat, our djembe drums. A lot of our friends have played our djembes before, earlier in the school year, but for some of us, it's brand new. If your mom and dad or brother and sister have never played it before, perhaps you can be the expert to show them the different areas that we'll play on the drum. We'll use our rhythms that we've been working on together over the last couple of weeks, our quarter notes, eighth notes, and 16th notes. We'll learn the names for the different parts of our djembe drum, and we'll see how it all fits together. Of course, we'll leave lots of room for experimentation and improvising on your own. Let's get started. We can place our hands in the very middle of the drum and play quarter notes. We'll count it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. When we play in the middle of the drum, we can call that our bass tone. We can refer to it just as the middle of the drum, or we can think about our drum like a pizza. In the middle of it is where all of our delicious toppings would be. That's the middle of our drum. Next, we would have the edge of the drum. If we're keeping our pizza comparison, we could call this the crust. Another name for our sound that we'll get on the edge of our drum is the open tone. Let's see what that sounds like with some quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll go to the bass tone and play 4 quarter notes, and then I'll move to the edge for the open tone and play 4 more quarter notes. I'll go back and forth nice and slowly. Play along with me. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1. Pretty easy warm-up for today. Next, we're ready to add our eighth notes. Just like we talked about last week, our eighth notes are counted 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's play those on the edge of our drum. Ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. After we have those, we can mix our quarter notes with our eighth notes. Let's try that starting in the very middle of the drum with our quarter notes, and we'll move back to the edge or the pizza crust for the eighth notes. Let's try it out and see. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. This is a nice simple way to mix our quarter notes and our eighth notes while getting used to the different parts of our drum. To review, we have the bass tone in the very middle of our drum, the middle of our pizza, and the open tone on the edge of our drum, the crust of the pizza. If you feel comfortable with the groove that we just played, let's try it a little bit faster. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Let's try it even faster. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, if you're ready to go even faster, or if you want to make a game out of it in your family, you can race and see who is able to go the fastest. A few tips as you play faster and faster and faster. The closer your hands are to the drum, the faster they will go. Once you have a good feel for that rhythm, you can get creative and try something new. One way that I like to make a rhythm all on my own is to start with two numbers. Maybe I'll start with the number 4, and then I'll use the number 7. I'll play 4 in the middle, and then I'll play 7 on the edge. I could do a mix of quarter notes, eighth notes. I could even toss in some 16th notes. I can also play without worrying too much about what types of rhythms I'm playing. I can just simply count to my number. Let's see what it sounds like using my number 4 and my number 7. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could try the numbers 5 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. To get the creative ideas flowing, try suggesting two numbers for your child to play. Once they create a rhythm and play it back to you, have them suggest two numbers for you and play a rhythm back to them. By choosing two simple numbers and playing it between the bass tone and the open tone, you can come up with a lot of creative ideas all on your own. For our next rhythm, let's try 8th notes and 16th notes together. To review, 16th notes are counted 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A. It's not super important that we're able to count them out loud. The most important part is that we know that they go twice as fast as our 8th notes. It might sound like this. I'll start with 8th notes in the middle of the drum, and then I'll move to the edge of the drum for 16th notes. I'm going to switch back and forth pretty quickly, so feel free to pause if you need a chance to practice it. Ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 E and a. If you're still with me, let's try it even faster. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Our big finish for today is going to be a rhythm that combines our quarter notes, 8th notes, and 16th notes. If I count it out loud without playing on my drum, it will sound like this. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and 4. Let's try it with our hands in the middle of the drum and see what kind of sounds we get. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and 4. Again. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and 4. Again. I wonder what that would sound like on the edge of our drum. Let's see. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and 4. Now for a little bit of fun, I can move my hands back and forth between the middle and the edge however I feel like it. I'll play my same rhythm and switch them back and forth every now and then and see what kind of cool sounds I can come up with. Let's see what happens. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 E and Knowing how creative our class is, I'm sure that we will come up with some remarkably interesting combinations of our rhythm. I hope you had fun playing our djembe today. Thank you so much for playing music with me, and I'll see you next week.